Rolling? Awesome. Welcome back to another installment of the 94 podcast. So excited to be here. I'm Brook Eddle here in the CCX studios. So glad to be joined here with the audience, the crew, the staff. Definitely a big shout out to them for us to get back and rolling here in the year of 2025. I know we had a little bit of a hiatus after the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. They did not burn down the city. Congratulations, Eagles fans. Definitely want to give a shout out, give your flowers. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. That is awesome for him on what that brings to him in regards to the legend of Jalen Hurts as a Philadelphia Eagle. I mean, he is on that trajectory of being a Hall of Famer, and just taking care of Patrick Mahomes, 40-22. That is an ass kicking. Let's just give a shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. They were counted out, after a couple of tough weeks early on in the season. I think they were 2-2. And then Saquon Barkley, he was the missing piece to that Super Bowl puzzle. Thank you to the New York Giants for letting him go and letting him, have the great career that he deserves. So really excited for Saquon Barkley, his real name. Funny story in regards to how he is now coined that now for merchandise that's coming up. So be on the lookout. 94 podcast, we will have some merch dropping. I'll also include the link for you to actually go to the online store and be able to get the hoodie that I was wearing last time on the 94 podcast. Definitely check that out. We're going to get that on the socials. Follow us on the socials, as you can see back here, is The Free Minded. We got The Free Minded at Eddle Brook. That's Instagram, and then also follow Jim at Bushweiser Light, and then on X or Twitter at Bushweiser. And also like and subscribe the 94 podcast. I know you're watching it on the CCX Studios channel right now, but make sure to like and subscribe the 94 podcast to get us 24/7 on YouTube. We're also going to get you on all platforms as well to get connected. So stay tuned, stay tapped in. Want to talk briefly about the NFL free agency because that's coming up. I mean, March is the start of the brand new NFL season. And then with the draft only weeks away in Green Bay, it's going to be exciting. But before the draft, we have the NFL Combine. And then next week, we're going to break that down with Coach in studio. Really excited about that. Get both Coach and Jim's takes on all these players. They're fighting for the NFL lives. They're looking for a home. They're looking to impress the coaches. And really interesting too in regards to all the teams in Indianapolis, but one team that's missing, the LA Rams. The LA Rams are. I just got a text here from Coach. That's super cool. But the NFL Combine, right now, there's been some controversy that's been coming out in regards to some reporters getting into it at a coffee shop, arguing about where Matthew Stafford's going. Well, Matthew Stafford, it looks like he's going to stay in Los Angeles for the future, at least. Things could change by the time this gets out. Matthew Stafford might be traded to another team. But right now it looks like he did sign a contract to play out the remaining years of his career in Los Angeles. But we don't know if Cooper Kupp's going to stay there. That is potentially part of the drama there. We don't know if Cooper Kupp is going to be dealt somewhere. We got Puka Nacua, who's coming into his third season with Los Angeles. And then when you think about it, they were the one team that actually gave the Eagles a game in the entire playoffs. So if you're Matthew Stafford, you have to seriously consider that Los Angeles does have the pieces to win another Super Bowl. He's won one, but I'm sure he would love to go out with a bang, just like John Elway, and just end the career on top, just like Peyton Manning did. So I'm not saying that he's going to do it this year, but I think the Los Angeles Rams definitely give Matthew Stafford the best chance to continue to compete for a Super Bowl title. Sorry, Lions fans, I don't think he's coming back, and I'm sure you guys are okay with Jared Goff. It's going to be interesting to see how the Detroit Lions kind of fare as well in the free agency, because they lost a lot with their coordinators and also some players that are looking to, get paid, and I don't blame them. Vikings are dealing with free agency too, and they're not getting all of their players are more likely not coming back. You might have some retirements, Harrison Smith being one of them, potentially, but knowing that Brian Flores or B-Flow is going to be back, that's going to be a huge sign that Harrison Smith could come back for another season with the purple. But quarterback situation, I know we're going to talk way more about the quarterback situation next week, but leading off, Sam Darnold. He's going to free agency, and Kevin O'Connell had hinted at this, saying like, hey, Sam Darnold has earned the right to test the free agent market. And if it makes sense, if the grass is greener on the other side, Sam Darnold, by all means, you've earned it, go take the money. I'm not going to be the guy to tell you to take less money to stay with the Vikings, because we understand plan A is J.J. McCarthy. Plan B is the next quarterback. And right now, you're in that category of the next quarterback. But the quarterback in J.J. McCarthy, I want to see him healthy, full camp, get him some reps in preseason, get him some reps with the first team throughout training camp, mini camp, any type of camp, ABC camp. You get him out there, you get him throwing, you get him comfortable with himself. You might need to put on some weight. It looks like he did thin out a little bit with the time off away from football, but I know he's going to be back in the gym, ready to go, ready to take over this offense with Kevin O'Connell calling the plays for him coming up. But Sam Darnold is not a bad plan B. Neither is Daniel Jones, because I think Daniel Jones is going to be the next Sam Darnold in regards to Kevin O'Connell is going to be like, hey, we're going to have this quarterback until we're ready with JJ, then we're going to unleash JJ. But until then, we have the backup ready to go to be serviceable and be a game manager. NFL Combine. I'm looking at a lot of players that get me excited. I know that there was some news that were coming out there. Abdul Carter possibly having surgery, potentially one of the top picks in the draft, if not the number one pick. But looking at this, considering all this, what we got in regards to the comparisons that I'm looking at, and then we'll talk a little bit more about these comparisons next week. Believe me, trust and believe. What I got here is we got a couple players here that I want to take a look at. So we got C.J. Stroud and Russell Wilson. Out of those two, we got C.J. Stroud, reminds me of Shadur Sanders. And Russell Wilson reminds me of Cam Newton. Or, excuse me, Cam Ward. Cam Ward out of Miami. They're going to have similar stories, though, minus the Heisman for Cam Ward, because obviously it went to Travis Hunter. We'll talk about Travis Hunter coming up, but that is the comparison. The early comparison is Russell Wilson. So he's going to have that dual threat. He's going to have that deep ball, the moon ball. I don't know if it's going to be like Russell, but he's going to have the ability to have the arm to make those difficult throws, long throws that is going to take the top off the defense. Now we move to Ashton Genty. This is maybe a mix between Marshawn Lynch and Alvin Kamara. So a little old school, a little new school, a little present school in regards to what we're going to be seeing from Ashton Jeanty, and he's going to be an interesting player to watch in this NFL draft and where he ends up landing. And then that moves on to the quarterbacks. Past the first two quarterbacks, it's not as strong of a quarterback draft, but hey, I want them to prove us wrong and be the franchise quarterbacks that we know that they can be. Jalen Monroe, Alabama. His direct comparison, Jalen Hurts, just won the Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP of 59, Super Bowl LIX. That's a pretty good comparison. I'll take that if I'm Jalen Monroe. Definitely gives you that ability with that learning curve, the offense, being able to get comfortable in any offense that you're going to be installed into. But yeah, welcome again to another installment of the 94 podcast, where we install the franchise listener in you. So make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll hand the keys over to the program. Just like and subscribe, be part of the family, be part of this movement that is the 94 podcast here at the CCX Studios. So really excited for what's coming up, but we'll continue here with the comparisons here. I'm seeing, we already mentioned Cam Ward, Russell Wilson, Shadur Sanders, C.J. Stroud, and then we just talked about Ashton Jeanty having that mix of Marshawn Lynch, Alvin Kamara, just a tough runner. And then now we look at T-Mac out of University of Arizona, or Tatoria McMillan. His comparison is A.J. Green in my eyes. And then, again, this is the easiest comparison I would say is Abdul Carter to Micah Parsons. I mean, they both went to Penn State. They both were number 11. It's kind of the legacy that they're following as a linebacker at Linebacker U in Penn State. We are Penn State, Linebacker U. And then that comes back to Ohio State, wide receiver U. And my comparison for Emeka Ibugua is Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And they both went to Ohio State as well. So he is going to be a surefire, I think he's going to be probably in the top 3 for Rookie of the Year already in regards to how ready I think he's going to be in the NFL. Quinn Ewers getting Andy Dalton. I think that's a little shade. I mean, I'm not 100% on that. I mean, like, we'll give Quinn Ewers the benefit of the doubt, but like Andy Dalton, I know he had a solid start with Cincinnati, but ever since that, he hasn't been able to hold on to a starting job. So Quinn Ewers out of Texas. I mean, he could have came back, but it was Arch Manning's time. But still, he led Texas to back-to-back playoffs. So definitely got to give some props to Quinn Ewers. We'll see which team he lands with, what the quarterback room will look like for him, and the opportunities. We're looking at Luther Burden III, wide receiver, athlete, Missouri. His comparison, DJ Moore. So quick gadget plays, quick water bug type wide receiver where, he can take the ball in a reverse jet sweep, bubble screen, quick crossing routes, quick hitters. Now we're looking at the defensive side, safeties, corners. Malachi Starks, comparison, Kevin Byard of the Chicago Bears. Always around the ball hawks. All right, now going to another quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, University of Oregon. His pro comparison, Tua Tagovailoa. I like it in regards to, being a team leader, being able to make the throws when needed to help your team win. The one thing that I would be kind of cautious is make sure that Dylan Gabriel has more sustainability than Tua has had so far. So hopefully they both stay healthy. Definitely expect big things out of Dylan Gabriel this coming season. All right, and that brings us to the corners. Again, on the defensive side, we got Will Johnson, University of Michigan. His comparison is Patrick Surtain Jr. or PS2. I like that in regards to just being a shutdown, a number one corner that's just going to take the number one option for the other team out of the game plan. Like, you're basically taking half of the field away from that offense. All right, and then we're taking a look at Travis Hunter, and this will be like the final comparison here when we wrap up here on the comparisons for the NFL Combine and Draft and all these, I guess, mock-ups. Travis Hunter. And Travis Hunter has a chance to be either a top 2 pick, top 3 at the very lowest. I could see him Giants, could see him you could see him in a lot of different places. I mean, like Jacksonville, New Orleans. I don't know if New Orleans has the draft capital to trade back up for him, but like, he is going to put butts in seats. That's one thing I can guarantee you with Travis Hunter. He will be entertaining. People want to see this story. Can he successfully play both sides, both offense and defense, and be elite? Not just okay, but elite. And a Heisman winner. I mean, like, hey, say whatever you want to say. He did win the Heisman. He is him. He is Heisman. So Charles Woodson, that's his comparison. That's his first comparison on defense. And we know Charles Woodson did win a Heisman at the University of Michigan. So very similar stories there in regards to a defensive player winning it. And Charles, would play offense, wide receiver at Michigan, but very sparingly, in the NFL. When he played for the Oakland Raiders and the Green Bay Packers, he didn't play that much in regards to offensive side of the ball. He was used sparingly, kind of like a decoy. Red zone packages, right. His comparison on the offensive side of the ball for Travis Hunter would be Odell Beckham Jr. So yeah, that gives you the ability on both sides. He has greatness within him. Can he unlock it? That's going to be the huge question with any team that drafts him. Are they willing to let Travis Hunter be Travis Hunter? They're not just going to try to put him into another bucket and saying, no, you're just offense, no, you're just defense. I would like to see this unfold for his career. Really excited for the NFL Combine, NFL Draft coming up in Green Bay. So it's just going to be just down the road. I would hope to see you there. Definitely want to make plans to get out to Green Bay. It's actually going to be April, so it's not going to be freezing in Wisconsin finally. And I know Minnesota hasn't been any better, but the weather has gotten better, so thank God for that. We're getting stuff that is uncommon. But like, again, March comes in like a lamb, leaves like a lion. So we could have like snowstorms like March 31st. So hey, I'm not saying it, but it could happen. It could happen. It has happened. All right, let's talk about the NBA. Let's shift gears here as we wind down here at the 94 podcast. The NBA All-Star Weekend. Yeah, it was what you thought it was. It was just going through the motions, really. The NBA All-Star didn't do too much for me. I know there's been several people that have been very critical, like PK Subban. He tore it a new hole in regards to how direct he was in just saying, like, hey, I don't have respect for these stars unless they're the ability of a Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, where they're available for their teams. And that's something for these stars. We see Joel Embiid out for the season. And he's been missing a lot of games over his career. Best ability is availability. We'll talk about Anthony Edwards a little bit later as well. But I wanted to just stop it there real quick about the NBA All-Star. I agree. It sucks. It needs to get better. Maybe an idea for Adam Silver is maybe take a look at creating more buzz. Like they shifted it in regards to like these like mini games. They did kind of like a round robin with the younger stars, like the rising stars, and I know like the pros were like the pros that have been like all stars, all pro, like the Kevin Durant's. I know LeBron James was not available. Again, not being available for the All-Star game. Think about that. Think about that for a second. I know that he's 40, so it's unprecedented what he's doing in regards to his level of play. But we just don't know. Was that LeBron's last All-Star game? We'll never know until after the season, because he likes to keep everything in the dark. But if they do win, it would not be far-fetched to have LeBron just retire, hang it up. I want to ask this question. And you could also just drop it in the chat. What's more likely to happen? The Lakers end up the number 2 seed, or we see a repeat of the Philadelphia Eagles. What's more likely to happen? Eagles repeat as Super Bowl champions, or the Lakers end up the number 2 seed at the end of the season? I don't know. It's tough to repeat, but they do have the squad. And if they get Myles Garrett, I'm talking about NFL free agency, if Myles Garrett ends up in Philadelphia in some type of trade, sign and trade, because he is under contract, that could make me lean towards Philadelphia. But they are looking good right now. The Lakers are looking good. My Lakers are looking good with Luka Doncic. LeBron is playing well when he does play. Yeah, like I would be like, I'd probably lean a little bit towards the Lakers finishing in the with the number 2 seed. I mean, right now, as it stands right now, as we speak to you here on the 94 podcast, here in the beautiful CCX studios, what we're seeing here for the NBA standings right now in the Western Conference, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, otherwise known as the OKC Thunder, at 48-11, leading the Western Conference Finals, or the Western Conference standings, not finals, standings. They hope to get to the Western Conference Finals. Denver Nuggets, number 2, at 39-21. Memphis Grizzlies, 3, at 38-21. LA Lakers, 37-21. So they're right there in the mix, about a game behind Denver. I'm sure they probably have a couple of games still left on the schedule. They got a couple games, I'm sure, with Memphis as well. And then don't get sleepy. Don't get sleepy now. Wake up. Wake up. Houston Rockets, that's a sleeper. The Houston Rockets at 37-22. We got the LA Clippers. So a little West Coast love there with 32-27. And then we go with the Bay Area with the Golden State Warriors at 32-27. Steph Curry's getting hot. Chef Curry, night-night. And then we got the Dallas Mavericks. They're still in the playoffs. Believe it or not, they're still in the playoff picture. They're at 32-28. Even with that blockbuster, earth-shattering, scorch earth trade of Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers and getting Anthony Davis, and he goes down in the first game. And you got Christie. I mean, like, yeah, you got some pieces, but the main thing is you lost the face of your franchise. So I know Jason Kidd, Nico Harris, I mean, they're feeling the brunt of the heat right now in regards to anything Dallas Mavericks basketball. The fans attended a funeral, so like, hey, they are definitely against any type of movements of their star, Luka. So I don't know. Maybe I would like to hear from the Dallas Mavericks fans in the chat. Let me know what you think of this Luka trade. And even if you're not a Mavericks fan, you're just an NBA fan, what do you think of this Luka trade? What do you think is going to be the ramifications? Is Jason Kidd going to lose his job? Is Nico Harris going to lose his job? Are they going to move the Mavericks? Are they going to move the Mavericks outside of Dallas? Because I don't know. There's a lot of like conspiracy theories out there in regards to is Dallas moving to Vegas? Is that the team that's actually going to move out west? But more to come. More to come with that. We'll table that. But yeah, just drop in the comments. Would love to have a conversation with you. I do check it regularly, so feel free to comment here on the 94 podcast. Would love to have a conversation with you. And then yeah, we can also set up a time for you guys to win some raffles in regards to some merch. But we'll talk a little bit more of that in regards to you have to like, subscribe, comment, and then we'll put you into the drawing. But make sure you like, subscribe, share, and then we can talk business. We can talk business in regards to some raffles and get some merch out there for the loyal listeners and followers of the 94 podcast. We do appreciate you. And then let's shift here real quick. Talk about the NHL Four Nations. That included USA, Canada, Finland, and Sweden. Those are the four-nation face-off. What a success for the NHL. They did the All-Star weekend correctly. They were just boosted. Like, ratings were off the charts. They had the U.S., they had Canada for the final. Canada did win it. I mean, with Connor McDavid, you don't leave him that wide open. And, you know, he lights the lamp. USA, unfortunately, comes up short in the chance to win the first NHL four-nation face-off. But a great inaugural tournament. So looking forward to seeing that in future years coming up. I know we'll have Jim break that down a little bit more. He's more of the hockey guy than I am, but at least I can skate a little bit. You know, I can skate. I know a little bit about a lot, just to stay dangerous. So yeah, we'll park that there. The Wild, the Wild got to get some consistency from their entire team. I think Harrison Eck going down, that could have been the straw that broke the camel's back, but we'll see. I mean, the Wild are right in it. I mean, the Jets are more likely. The Winnipeg Jets are probably going to win the division and the Western Conference number one seed. So we'll see how the playoffs will look a month from now when, you know, April rolls around. We got Easter coming up. So a lot of great things are coming up here that I'm looking forward to in the 94 podcast. You know, we got March to look forward to. We got great conferences all throughout this coming month, and then we got the Final Four coming up as well in April. And then that'll be really cool to kind of check that out as well. We got the NFL draft. So great and awesome sports. I mean, you got March Madness. Come on, we got March Madness. We're officially into the March Madness. And then also make sure to get your clocks. You know, spring forward. You know, daylight savings time. You know, leap forward, spring forward. Whatever you got to do, wake up. You know, life's too short. Wake up for it. And make sure you listen to the 94 podcast. Like and subscribe. But yeah, and we also want to share with you guys here in the upcoming episodes. We're going to do like a reflection of all of the 94 podcasts. I know the best of 94 podcasts. And we'll cut and clip that, some of the highlights over the entire production of the 94 podcast. Really excited to share that with you. But yeah, big fight tonight though. I don't know if you're a big boxing fans. We do have a special feature coming up. We'll keep that under wraps, a local fighter, but we'll get that all edit it, and like we'll get it nice and clean and then we'll share with the masses here on the 94 podcast, here on the CCX studio. We'll premiere it. Really excited about that that special project that we have cooking up for you. But tonight I will be watching a boxing match. It will be between these two boxers here. I think it's Gervonta Davis, otherwise known as Tank. So the two fights is going to be between, this fight was actually supposed to happen back in Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve, this fight was canceled. Was canceled on Christmas Eve in 2024, and it was scheduled now to take place on March 1st at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Davis had announced it on social media, on Instagram, writing, the fight is bleeping canceled. He later deleted the post, but the fight is still on. And then Roach on the opposite side, he posted a video of himself working out, preparing for the fight a few minutes after Davis's post. So a little contrast in regards to the reaction to the fights. So Leonard Eberle, Davis's trainer, confirmed that the fight was still on. So it's going to happen. And Roach posted an Instagram story saying that he was locked in and nothing has changed. So the fight is going to go on tonight, beginning of March. Really excited for that. So fans on social media were really happy. And then one thing to look forward to as well is that Tank Davis said that he plans to retire after 3 fights. So this would be that first fight of the 3. So we got maybe two more fights for Tank Davis in his career. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, got to check it out. I think Tank takes this one against Roach. So I'm going Tank over Roach. We'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on in regards to what's on tap this weekend. Looking forward to just the outcome, and then also just the days are getting longer. That's just a really cool part about spring. My favorite season, by the way. Summer is cool, but I feel like spring, that's where it really gets started. In regards to just like how green it gets, the grass, the trees. The one thing I don't like is the allergies. So I do level with you that, but I do like just the overall activities that you can do. You can definitely go hiking, go outside, go bike, go play basketball, go play tennis, pickleball, whatever activity you can do that. You can go walk. You can go walk your dog, walk your cat, whatever animal you have, go walk it. You can go outside. So that's a really cool part of what we've been able to experience these last few weeks, and just being able to know that spring is on the doorstep, and it's going to be knocking on our door here very soon. But yeah, otherwise, really excited to bring you a couple of guests this month, and then we definitely want to celebrate Women's History Month. So definitely shout out to all the women doing big things, doing great things in society, and making sure that they are at the table or making their own table, and just doing great and inspirational work. So shout out to all the women that are doing huge things. So yeah, definitely looking forward to sharing some stories with you guys this month. And yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys are all taking care of each other, love on each other. We need more love in this world. But yeah, otherwise, until next time here in the 94 podcast, we'll see you at the TOP, and we're out.